Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you watch this channel. Now, Cliff OMBETTA, being a lawyer representing criminal cases, decided to share something on his X handle the moment DCI AMIN apportioned blame of the person who should be treated as a prime suspect is the OCS Manning Central Police Station. So if for those of you who are following the proceedings of the Senate, you must have heard that part where DCI AMIN apportioned the blames on SAMSON TALAAM. So that's the reason why Cliff OMBETTA went to his X handle and shared a statement here, which I want to take you through. Now, this is what Cliff OMBETTA said. TALAAM, the OCS Central, is now officially the fall guy. I said it. Very brief and very precise. TALAAM, the OCS Central, is now officially the fall guy. So the big question in this analysis, ladies and gentlemen, is this. Is OCS SAMSON TALAAM the fall guy? Is he the fall guy? What DCI said yesterday is that the focus should shift from DIG Langat to SAMSON TALAAM. So in this analysis, ladies and gentlemen, I want to take you through some stories surrounding this accusation on SAMSON TALAAM. And then there's also a statement that came from the IG where the IG made a public apology. And the apology, he pegged it on a wrong statement that he was given. So again, another big question is, who gave the IG that statement which was false? Remember, that is a statement that IG read that said that the deceased hit his head on the wall several times, hadi akakufa. You know, of course, Kenyans were not buying that story. And then, boom, all of a sudden, we were given another report by the government pathologist that conformed with the thinking of many Kenyans, ladies and gentlemen. So, before we explore this story about the Cliff OMBETTA's statement, kindly take this opportunity and support this channel by liking this video, subscribe to this channel if you had not subscribed before, and to our existing subscribers, thank you so much for your support. Cliff OMBETTA reacted to DCI AMIN's statement. And according to DCI AMIN, the person who should be blamed here is not DIG Langat. I know many people still believe that DIG Langat is the person who is supposed to be crucified. But look here, the DCI said that, look here, there is another person who must be investigated, and that is the prime suspect, who is SAMSON TALAAM. But Cliff OMBETTA, being a criminal lawyer, looks at this matter from a professional angle and says that it can't be SAMSON TALAAM. Huyu anatumiwa kama vile scapegoat, tumia kama scapegoat. Kuna mwingine ambaye anahusika, lakini sasa huyu anafanya kugandamizwa, kubandikiwa, ndio ionekane kwamba ni yeye, kumbe the big fish anaponea. So, I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen, but that is something that is coming out from a criminal lawyer, and our dear DCI AMIN told us something else, and then our IG apologized. So, I wanted to listen to these two videos. One from the statement from DCI AMIN.
From Homa Bay, he was taken straight to Central Police Station, where he was booked in the cells. And the actual booking, the digital booking, was done by the report office personnel. It has further been confirmed that before the booking, the report office personnel called the OCS. And it's unfortunate, it has been said that TALAAM, Honorable Chair, Honorable Speaker, is the OCS and not the OSPD. That he declined to book the suspect. TALAAM is the officer commanding Central Police Station. And from the totality of things, he should be treated as a prime suspect in the matter.
and the IG apologized.
Apologizing to the Senate and the country on the question of the late OJUANG having committed, hit his head on the walls. I think, as I said from the word go, we allow the IPOA to investigate, and they are going to give us concrete answers, because I have already indicated that in the subsequent media briefings that I did, that situation was actually corrected.
IG.
On whether...
IG, you need to respond to that question in a better way. This was the question by Senator Kajwang, that through your official communication, the first information you put out there to the public was that the young man had hit his head against the wall and therefore died. Later on, after the autopsy was carried out, it was found to be totally different. The question that the senator then rose to ask was, would you, having put that communication to the public that the young man hit his head on the wall and died, would you withdraw that particular communication and proceed to apologize to the nation? That was the question the Honorable Senator asked. If you're unable to do that, you can also, that's also an answer.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. On that question, let me say this. Number one, if in the ongoing investigations by the IPOA investigators, we get to know the truth, the officers who issued the initial report that we relied upon, then they will have to face disciplinary proceedings as provided for by the regulations by providing incorrect information. So we are awaiting the outcome of the investigations of IPOA in that.
IG, we've had the benefit of hearing the representative of IPOA in the morning, and they were very categorical on what caused the death of this young man. What more do you want to hear?
Mr. Speaker, sir, from what we have heard here from the IPOA, although we have not yet gotten that report, we will proceed on and take appropriate measures on the officer who gave the primary report on that material.
We have taken note. IG, proceed.
Honorable Senator Kajwang has said to imply suicide from his cultural background, it is attracting a huge stigmatization of that family. So I'm inviting the IGP to offer an unconditional apology to the Senate in view of the post-mortem report that has been made public, and then we proceed, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, I think Mungatana is clear. IG.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir. It is true, as Senator Mungatana has said, that going by the report that we have gotten from IPOA, that it is not true, he did not hit his head against the wall, but that is the report that we had from the word go. I tell my apology on behalf of the National Police Service because of that information.
do you believe that Samson TALAAM is the person responsible? First and foremost, before we answer that question, let me take you through 2 or 3 tweets. One from Mutahi Ngunyi, the second tweet is coming from Esther Passaris. And Mutahi Ngunyi says this: if I killed Albert Ojwang using police networks, then blamed it on DIG Langat, who would defend Eliud Langat? He has no rights. Why? We have made up our minds. Do not confuse us with the facts. If I killed Ojwang and we push for arrest Eliud Langat, the killer would walk free. True. So that is what Mutahi Ngunyi posted. Now Esther Muthoni Passaris also shared something. And she said, you took the words right off my mouth. I was with the Deputy Inspector General Eliud Langat during a Kenya Alliance of Residents Association meeting on Sunday when the news broke. He was completely out of the loop. His composure reflected genuine surprise, not that of someone aware of, let alone involved in, the death of Albert Ojwang. Let the investigations be thorough and impartial. The real perpetrators must be brought to book, not scapegoats. So if you look at that tweet from Esther Passaris, and remember the tweet I shared regarding Mutahi Ngunyi, both of these leaders wanamtetea Langat. Wanasema kwamba what if sio Langat, na Langat ndio anakuwa accused. What if sio Langat? You know, all these, ladies and gentlemen, are simply theories. Kenyans are not interested in stories. In fact, Kenyans waliamua kwamba kama nyinyi mtachukua time kuamua, sisi tushaamua ni nanio. Ni huyo ambao anamtaja. Most Kenyans wameamua kwamba ni Eliud Langat ndiye ako responsible. But of course, Langat pia kuna haki ya kujitetea. Yeah? Of course, ali launch complaint, but lazima sasa koti, unajua koti haita deal na mambo mengi. Koti inataka evidence. Koti itasema fine, ni Langat ali complain, yes, akona right to complain. Na je, what happened after ku complain? You know, looking at the DCI submission, and I agree with the DCI AMIN, because of course if you look at the event, DCI karibu wasita walimshika, according to the wife of Albert, ni kama wasita hivi walimshika. Tena katika hali ya kumshika walijitambulisha kwamba ali accuse mkubwa wao, ali spread propaganda mkubwa wao, alafu wakasema njoo kule huko. Tena wakampatia simu apige. You see, tena alipofika kule kwa police station wakampatia simu tena apige. You know, all these things, you try to look at them carefully, unapata kwamba DCI alifanya role yake sawa kabisa. Paka pale police station wakamreceive. And again, based on AMIN, he says that that was a digital booking. That means system must have captured. The system there for booking must have captured the time of entry. You know, timestamp must have been captured. So that means itaeleza kwamba aliingia saa ngapi. We'll talk about the cameras in the another analysis. There's another analysis for that. But utapata kwamba huu mteremko wa hii story ikifika pale kwa booking, sasa hapo ndio mambo mazingaumbe yameanzia. Ameingizwa sawa. But the big question is, aliingizwa kwa seli yake kivyake ama aliingizwa na wenzake? Hujua hapo ndo kuna shida. Aliingizwa vizuri kama yuko hali nzuri, lakini aliingizwa kwa seli yake kivyake ama aliingizwa pamoja na wenzake? Kwa sababu alipatikana kwa seli yake kivyake. Lakini kama aliingizwa kwa hali nzuri, aliingizwa wapi? Kama aliingizwa kwa seli yake kivyake, inamaanisha hapo ndio mambo alifanyika. But we will talk about it in another analysis. So, based on Cliff OMBETTA's message, ladies and gentlemen, what do you have to say? Do you think OMBETTA's point makes sense? Kwamba Samson TALAAM anatumika tu kama scapegoat, yeye and the fall guy. Yani kwamba yote tisa kumi ni Salam ndiye atabeba mzigo. Samson TALAAM, is he the prime suspect ama yeye ni fall guy? Just go below in the comment section and you can tell us about the thinking. So Esther Passaris just defended Eliud Langat, akisema kwamba Eliud Langat alikuwa naye on Sunday kwa shughuli nyingine ambayo ni nzuri, shughuli nzuri ya kujenga taifa. Mutahi Ngunya akauliza, what if huyu mtu ambaye anakuwa accused sio yeye na kuna mwingine? What if? Remember, Kenyans are demanding that IG Kanja should go because of a statement he read. But if you look at analysts, people like Charles Owino, wanasema kwamba IG Kanja yeye anapewa report ya kusoma. Yeye afanye uchunguzi. Yeye kazi yake kupewa report, anasoma. Ile report ambayo atapewa ni atasoma. And of course, looking at how IG Kanja was responding in the Senate, that is exactly what he was doing, talking about a report handed over. So that person who prepared that report, ndio yeye nafaa ulizwe, kwani how did you know that this person hit his head severally on the wall? Kwani ulikuwa hapo? Ulikuwa hapo wakati akijigonga ukuta, ulikuwa hapo? Maswali mengi sana yatahitaji majibu, ladies and gentlemen. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Till you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.